fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. If they post a pic of me didn't clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports cars, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing to do. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied, cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Call me the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily. That ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can. There we are, Kinsman. Happy 6 months to you.
Happy 6 month show-aversary. Is show-aversary a word? If it's not, we're gonna steal it right now. It's our 6 month show-aversary. Can you believe that? We've been online streaming for 125 hours.
Yes, that's right.
Since show 1 to now.
Yeah, and I've told 3 good jokes in those 125 hours. But the question is, I was reading online, and they say for 6 months you're supposed to get me a diamond, I believe. So is it lost in the mail, or what's happening here?
It's lost in the mail. Maybe I'll get you a Tim card. Maybe we got a Tim card.
A Tim's card.
That's right. It'll be missing my coffee because I'm going to be using it.
Yeah, you'll give me like half your coffee, drink it, and you put sugar in your coffee. I'm a milk only guy.
Double with milk is my forte.
You're supposed to know these things about me after 6 months of this heavy friendship here.
That's it. We've got quite the partnership. And again, KINZ and KLOMP Live. We are 6 months old, and we can't thank our sponsors enough, our guests, people who have donated prizes and have jumped on board and have continued to follow us from day 1 to now. We could be here all night saying how much we love our sponsors. And of course, the North, Timmins and surrounding area. It's not just Timmins. We're catering folks up in Hearst, Kapuskasing, Chapleau, Raymore, you name it, Iroquois Falls. They're tuned into the show. So it's great to be running this long. Will we see 6 more months? I'm hoping so.
All right, Kinsman, that's enough bragging about you. We got guests on the show. I did post this comment. How are you doing today, fellow Leaf fan? And I'm not talking about me, the rest of you.
Quit rubbing it in. Yes, the Toronto Maple Leafs, or the Make Me Laughs, as I like to call them, they have kept one thing intact. They are very consistent when it comes to not making it into the, past the first round of a playoff series. And again, they bowed out last night, 3-1 losers to the Montreal Canadiens, who now take on the Winnipeg Jets in round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I thought last night you were going to be like depressive and you were going to call in sick to work today, that I may have had to like reprimand you. But no, you were right back on it. You're like, there's a power outage in KINZ and KLOMP. I'm going to the top of the hill to take a picture. I'm like, I guess he's doing okay. You're right on it.
That's how we got through it. At first, I thought the power outage was some deranged Leaf fan saying, okay, that's enough. And ended up, throwing something into the fork into the outlet somewhere. It was the disgust of all the Toronto Maple Leaf fans turning off their TVs at once.
It's right.
And saying, it's that good old saying, we'll get them next year, right? I think we've heard that a million times in Toronto land, especially you in Ottawa. You probably hear that saying every year.
Where you said you called me and said, hey, KLOMP, there's a power outage. I'm like, yeah, man, my lights are out just like yours. Like, what's the surprise?
Well, at first we didn't know it was citywide or right across, pretty much a portion of the northern portion of the province.
Yeah, look, Gary Bailey said it was him. He's a big Leaf fan in mourning, just like you, Kinsman.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. You look happy that they lost. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Amy says, my husband says he was in diapers last time they won the cup, and he'll be in diapers next time they win.
They win. Yes. There's that meme that's going around. I love the meme. It shows a young couple in their teens saying, I'm going to propose the next time the Leafs win the cup. And then there's another picture side by side of the younger couple, and they're like in their 90s with that same sign.
Okay, so now we don't have to talk about your Leafs anymore.
No,
we have Julia waiting for us, so let's not be rude, but we have a couple things first. A big birthday, right?
Yes, Alexi Van Dyke is celebrating her 4th birthday. Of course, the daughter of Stacey Van Dyke from the Razor Strop and the 101 Mall, and she was doing a drive-by birthday in and around our showtime, so we couldn't obviously get there to honk our horns. But if you're in the Melrose area, if you know where Stacey Van Dyke and Alexi live, honk when you drive by. And again, she's celebrating her 4th birthday. So
let's give her one of the. Are we good at these high fives yet? Let's do man. We get lamer and lamer.
We get lamer. That's my left hand though.
Oh, like, no wonder why my kids don't think I'm cool. Like, I can't even do a high five. Okay. But happy birthday to Alexi. Okay, so Julia's waiting, but we want to thank. So pick of the crop. So we were there on Sunday. Amazing. Back open. Thank God. My son didn't have to eat cereal tonight and old milk because pick of the crop is back open. And the cool thing that they did when they closed, they have a bunch of food there. Doesn't go in the garbage bins, and went to the Timmins Food Bank thanks to the good folks at Pick of the Crop.
Good to see and great to hear. Rob and Jerry now a part of the KINZ and KLOMP Live family. So big shout out to them tonight. And Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services. Martin Peel. He's looking for security guards. If you are looking to become a security guard, looking for some income during COVID-19, not too many places are hiring, but Martin is hiring as he's expanding. He wants you to join a winning team. And you can call Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services today to inquire, 705-288-7435. And you just might be able to hang out with Sniper, Jade, and Sade and Brinks.
Do you have a good security guard pose like me?
No.
Put that down.
I wouldn't be taken seriously if I it'd be me, asking for someone's ID because I think it's a fake ID. No one would take me seriously. Like, oh, come on, Kinsman, just let me in. And
you would let them in.
That's why they don't hire me for security.
You wouldn't be good at the Circle K because you have to card people for cigarettes.
Right.
You'd lose your job, get in trouble.
That's right. The good-looking one's coming up there. All she's got to be of age, right?
Oh, Kinsman, you're setting a bad example for the kids.
I know, bad examples on the show. Never a good thing.
Yeah. So Timmins RV, like at the end of the day, you better get your RVs quick. I didn't realize when we started with them 3 months ago, hundreds of RVs in the lot. And like there's like an eighth of them left. People are, since they can't travel, a lot of folks are buying RVs and enjoying the outdoors. And they still got some amazing ones left, but I can't believe how fast and popular these RVs are. And then we walk in them, and I realize it makes my house look like a dump. These are very nice.
They're nice rides. And again, from the campers I can remember, growing up in the pop-up trailers, there's nothing. It's nothing like that. Island kitchens, fireplaces, couches nicer than the theater at Imagine Cinema 6. In your campers, and again, monthly payments as cheap as a car. Yeah, some cases, and again, TimmonsRV.com. You can go for a 360-degree virtual tour of their lot.
Joanne said you'd be the hot security guard, Kinsman.
Would I?
That's Joanne's comment, not mine.
Maybe the geeky security guard. Oh, he'll let us in. They'll flock the money line.
Okay, don't forget, if you're a security guard at the Surge, my son's 18, so you better not let him in. But for 19 and plus, once Ford opens up the doors to establishments like the Surge, we will be there for 12 months with variety shows, and it's going to be all like you are going to see, like, I think, like magic and live performances and interviews and some MMA and who knows, exercise programs. Like, we're going to throw everything at the book. This isn't going to be just stand-up comedy. Because if it's just me telling the jokes, we don't want anyone asking for a refund. So there's going to be a lot of things happening.
We'd be paying people to come into the Surge, where we want people to come into the Surge, right?
Yeah.
But a couple shows, yes. Jamie KLOMP will get into his comedic side. We'll have musicians, you name it, under the sun. We'll have it at the Surge. And again, we're looking forward to our 12-month tenure, our Timmons residency at the Surge.
Yeah.
And when Dougie Ford, Doug, are you tuned in? We're itching to get back into the Surge here.
And finally, Lucian Transportation. So we got some news here. So we know that they are hiring for bus drivers. And so we're going to be there on Thursday, and we're going to find out if you and I will fit the bill as a bus driver, because we are going to be meeting with their trainer and see. Yeah. Okay, Kinsman, I've had bad memories when I was in school. Like, the bullies used to take my lunch, and my couple bucks my parents gave me. See, you're not going to do the same to me, are you?
No. I'll be one of the cool kids.
That might be a stretch.
Might be, but yeah, Lucian Transportation looking for new bus drivers. Call them today, 705-360-4090, and they'll leave and train you on site. Again, we're going to talk to the trainer on Thursday, and they even give you a $500 sign-on bonus. And if you are a stay-at-home parent, have your little ones, you're allowed to bring your little ones on board while you do your 4 hours in the morning and a few in the afternoon. So a good part-time job at Lucian Transportation. Over there on McChesney Road, right behind the Tim Hortons there on Airport Road.
All right. Everything's behind a Tim Hortons in this town. Right. Okay. So we are going to bring on Julia Lemaire. And this is awesome because obviously this is a huge success. I love the name Brain Freeze. I love all the social media promotion she's doing. This is a young entrepreneur. Kicking butt, Kinsman. I just wonder, if the brain freeze, we called it the Dickie D, and maybe that's the old term. We'll find out from Julia. But I feel like, you tell me you're not a fast runner, but if Julia's coming down in the brain freeze, I'm calling it the cart now. I'm probably wrong. I think you're bolting down that road, as am I.
If you can hear the bells from Julia in the distance, yes, you would be, no matter what you're doing, you're wolfing down your dinner, because I can remember when it was the Dickie D, the sounds of the bell. You're like, "Are you done?" That used to be the good old catchphrase from mom and dad. Right. Mom and dad said, "You better eat, or you won't be getting your treat." So, that's
hello, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Mark likes to talk about his memories a lot, so you have to bear with us here on the show.
Bear with me, Julia.
I think this is this the first year for you operating Brain Freeze?
Yeah, the first time, yeah.
It's amazing. So walk us through it. This used to be like called Dickie D, right?
Yeah, I actually bought an authentic Dickie D card online, and I refurbished it and made it my own.
That is amazing. So I guess at some point I don't know how long it was ago, but you thought, I want an awesome summer job, make people happy. People want ice cream in hot weather. And you just thought, I'm going to search it up and this is what I want to do. How did this all come together?
It was actually my dad's idea. My parents always talked about the Dickie D cart when they were younger and all their memories and how everyone loved it. And then we found one on Kijiji, and I thought it was such a great idea. So
yeah,
it's not too often that someone is selling, a lucrative item like a Dickie D bike on, Kijiji. But, trying to get this thing from, I'm seeing online that you picked this up in Mississauga. How did that transaction go? Was the guy, obviously, Dickie D's gone. You can't just put coolers on your, normal BMX bike up here. You needed the proper fridge bike. How did you go about finding this on Kijiji and getting the bike up here to Timmins?
We searched up authentic Dickie D bike, and one popped up, and he was in Mississauga, so we drove down and picked it up. The guy was in the ice cream business all his life, so he knew a lot about it. Lots of good advice. Yeah,
gave you some tips.
Yeah, really good tips.
and that's right. So then who came up with the name Brain Freeze and the logo? It's sharp. I love it.
I just brainstormed a bunch of words that go along with ice cream, and Brain Freeze just stuck out to me. And then I had a vision in my head for the logo, so I drew it out, and yeah.
It's a pretty darn cool logo, and not only do you see it on the bike when you're, running to the curb for Julia and the Brain Freeze, but you also have a line of merchandise. Like you're new to the business, but you've already got merchandise out there for Brain Freeze. Are people lining up for the Brain Freeze t-shirts?
People ask me if I was selling t-shirts. I'm actually not selling them yet, but if a lot of people want them, maybe I can start making them. Yeah, for sure.
I think absolutely. So the business, obviously you have to arrive in the morning with the full stock of ice cream, but how do you start? Like, how do you know which ones to buy? And then I guess you just make adjustments throughout the summer, the ones that are more popular, get more of them. Is that how it works?
Yeah, basically I just write it down every day and I see what sells the most. And then some people request items, so I look into it. And yeah, but my menu is going to be changing bi-weekly, I think, so for sure. To mix things up, because you probably, Timmins is only so big, so you're in multiple areas, throughout the year. You're there a bunch of times. Exactly, yeah.
So I remember, like, as a kid, so, Mark and I are probably like around your parents' age, so we have the same memories. Like, the bell rings and you go a fly into that thing because you want to get the good ice cream. Is it the same thing now? Like, the bells are ringing and the kids are coming?
Yeah, I'm ringing the bells and kids already know what it means. I see them running in through their house, get money, and they get so excited. I love it.
It's like, mom, Julia's coming down the street, so we need a few bucks here, right? That's where you'd run to mom, and mom would be like, have you been good? Did you eat your dinner? And then they come to the curb and grab a treat from your Brain Freeze bicycle, which is pretty darn cool to see.
Exactly, yeah. It's very nostalgic for adults too.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So Mark exciting. And I. If Mark and I see it, we'll probably like buy all the ice cream, and then little Johnny will come by and Julie will be like, these guys just ate them all, and Julie, we'll have to control ourselves there, Kinsman.
That's right. We're gonna have to control ourselves just a little bit. But a good question coming in from Janice. Talking to Janice, one of our good loyal viewers of this show. What do you offer on the bike? Anything relatable to the old Dickie D days, or do you have a whole new, treat lineup on your bike?
I have like all the basics: fudgicles, creamsicles, banana popsicles, drumsticks, like the basic stuff. Ice cream sandwiches. Yeah.
I like that. And another thing with this job, so that freezer's probably not light, and you're on a bike, and Timmins is not a flat city, so that must be one heck of a work. It's got to be pretty heavy to be biking that thing all day.
Yeah, sometimes I have to push it up. I get off the bike and I push it up the hill.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So it's a tremendous workout. So are you operating, 7 days a week, or is it, I guess, dependent on the weather for some days?
Yeah, mostly every day, but it depends on the weather. Yeah, for sure. if it rains, I won't work.
That's right. And I do see you're pretty active on social media. So, I would hear someone say, when are you coming to the Melrose area? And you're able to say, you know what, I'll be there around between 1 and 2. So is this how people could sort of, if they want you to come by their neighborhood, is that the best way to chat through the Facebook page?
Yeah, for sure. Any social media, and I'll be posting whenever I go in different areas. I'll be posting on Facebook. So I try to be super active.
Now, the methods of payment, is it just old-fashioned cash, or, in today's day and age, do you have the cube or some type of interactive device on the bike, or is it just straight cash?
It's cash, and I have a Square, so yeah, Interact, Visa,
Oh, wow.
MasterCard, everything.
Yeah, great leg workout from Jeff Arscott. Jeff, a viewer from the GTA, actually, he grew up, Jeff and I, in and around the same public school, and we remember the Dickie D days. And yes, definitely a good workout on that bike. How much does the bike weigh?
I don't even know.
No. It's heavy. It's heavy.
I know it's heavy.
It's a bike with a freezer with ice cream.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I wonder how long. I think Mark and I would last about 6 hours at this job, and we would tap out. We're not really bike around all day.
6 hours.
You would last what, 3 then?
Maybe one lap of a court, and I'll be like, okay, Julia, here's your bike back, right? As I'm huffing and puffing. Do I really have to go around and up Lonergan right now and in and around, Don Bosco? Yeah, the hills can be pretty tough on the thighs and the legs, but definitely a great workout. You get a nice tan, obviously, out there in the nice summer days.
For sure.
Now, there's one thing you don't want to do, Kinsman. If you see Julia, you don't have to go up there and go, oh, back in my day, the creamsicle was 25 cents. Well, yeah, it's 2021. Do you hear a lot of back in the day stories when you're driving around? Because it does bring up fond memories for a lot of folks.
Oh, yeah. It's always the same story. I had this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time.
yeah, that's right. Because we would run for that bad boy. Is there one ice cream that's more popular than the others?
Definitely drumsticks. A lot of people like those. Yeah, and the banana popsicles.
Oh yeah, I like the
banana popsicles.
Those are always the ones you can't find in the stores. I
know.
I like it. So I assume that you were out today.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was nice out.
Yeah, that's right. So whereabouts in the city? Like, how far can you travel in one day? Like, where were you today?
It really depends on how busy I am, because I can be on the street for 45 minutes. But today I went on Lonergan and Denise, in that area, Lower Melrose.
Okay.
Yeah. It was about 2 hours today.
Oh, all right. That is really cool. And then how often, I assume you must have some sort of like a big freezer at your house to store all the ice cream?
Yeah, I have 2 test freezers. So.
Okay. And then you're reordering, like, I guess you have one supplier. So like you're reordering weekly, like it.
Yeah, I try. I fill up my freezers weekly, sometimes twice a week. Depends how much I sell.
You have to be really on top of yourself, this business, Kinsman, because if me and you are riding it, we run out of banana popsicles.
We're in for the next ride, right? You need some backup help. Do you have any help with you? Is it a family? You got your family helping you out there too? I understand it was your dad and you that came up with the idea for the bike, or was it he saying, hey, you should do this? And is that how it came about?
He always encouraged me to start my own business, and then he found it on Kijiji, and he's like, this would be a good idea.
Yeah,
and I agreed. Yeah. But if I need help, if I run out of things, my mom definitely comes and brings me stuff. I tell her where I am.
Yeah. Best idea ever. It really is good. It's smart because you capitalized on something that was very popular, but hasn't been done for many years. You went out and found this Dickie D. What do you call it? A bike? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, it's a bike.
So?
Dickie D bike. Yes.
I think by the time next year comes, we're so popular, Julia will probably be the boss of 3 or 4 employees, and we'll see brain freeze bikes all over the city.
Well, that's it. I'm pretty sure you want to cover more of Timmins? And again, do you see yourself getting more help, let's say next summer? Are you going to get more riders, maybe search for more bikes? First of all, did the guy who gave you the first bike, does he have a tie to others, or are they hard to come by?
Yeah, he has a couple more. I was definitely thinking about it. We'll have to see by the end of the summer, but it's definitely something that I'll consider. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is tremendous. So the best way just to confirm, to get in touch with Brain Freeze is two ways. One, you hear the bell and you run as fast as you can.
That's right.
Number two, the calm way is to follow Julia through the Brain Freeze Facebook page, and that's where you can say, hey, are you coming to my neighborhood today? And Julia will give you updates on where she is. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, totally awesome. And then maybe one day, Mark and I will at least buy ice cream. I don't know if we can ride this bike.
Maybe we could have a bike off in a parking lot or something. See if we can go through the the Brain Freeze obstacle course. Put some pylons out there. See who can actually negotiate an ice cream fridge bike without knocking the cones down. The person with the least amount of cones knocked over wins. And of course, at the end of the cone in the obstacle course, are kids waiting for the bell, right? Oh, there's the bell. And of course, we're dodging potholes, and you can't be delayed getting to someone's vision of an after dinner treat.
So once again, Kinsman, it's not about yours; it's about Julius. I'll get him back on track, Julia. Don't worry. But for you, so I assume you're a young entrepreneur kicking butt. Is this something you're interested in pursuing? Are you going into post-secondary education to chase business, or?
No, I'm actually an engineering student at the University of Ottawa. So this is just a summer thing.
Ottawa, that's where I went. Go Gigi's. All right.
Yeah.
I told you everything good comes out of Ottawa there, Kinsman. That's smart.
Right. Except the Senators.
That's right. Yeah, well, except the Senators. Yes, I love Ottawa. That school's pretty fun. It's an amazing school.
Looks fun.
Yes, the engineering. So it'll be your first year in engineering?
Yeah, I deferred this year, so I'm going to go into my first year in September.
Excellent. Well, you remember one of our previous guests and one of our previous sponsors, Eric Villeneuve from Villeneuve Engineering. He's looking for some help, possibly, and you just happen to be in the same field. I don't know. Maybe if you're looking for a tie to Timmins, he's brand new. He might be worth a phone call.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Julia, we think what you're doing is amazing. We love the initiative. We love the idea. We love that you're out there kicking butt and you're making a lot of folks happy. And people need reasons to be happy right now. We all know what it's been like the last 14, 15 months. And I think you're a big part of making people happy and smile. So congratulations on the business and Brain Freeze. And I hope she has the banana popsicles we might go to, Kinsman, when we see Julia. Okay.
And the drumsticks, and maybe for people watching, where do you think you're going to be tomorrow? Do you have a plan laid out for tomorrow's routes?
Tomorrow definitely Melrose again, but I'm trying to go Mount Joy area by the end of the week. So
okay.
All right. There we go.
Again.
Well, thank you very much. Keep kicking butt. Enjoy Ottawa U. And you'll have to come back on and give us an update. But anyone wants to know where Julia's biking around the city, Brain Freeze on Facebook is the place to go.
It certainly is. And we should wish you a happy belated. You just celebrated your 19th birthday just a week ago. So happy belated birthday from KINZ and KLOMP Live, Julia.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's the big one, 19. Too bad things are closed, but that is the big one.
That's it.
Mark never had his first beer till he was 28, but nonetheless, 19 was a big one for me.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, thanks so much, Julia. Keep kicking butt.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to you later.
All right. Well, I almost put on our other guest automatically, Kinsman. I made
automatically, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't want to scare our guests.
You never put on a guest before you tell them that they're coming on. But Julia is really kicking some butt with this business. Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, she certainly is. Brain Freeze again on the Facebook page. Again, if you're looking for the summertime way to beat the heat, why not get yourself a Brain Freeze treat from Julia. And again, if you want to follow her on her website, her email is julia.brainfreeze@gmail.com. So you can always stay in touch and see what kind of inventory she has. And I'm glad she said she has the Square and the ability for Visa or MasterCard, because, back in our day, it was cash or nothing. Right now, you can basically, did you have tap for that? And she does.
Kinsman, you were a kid in the 70s. No one had a debit card.
Right. No debit cards. It was probably rolled up loonies. So back then, it wasn't loonies. Dollar bills and $2 bills. That was the era of the Dickie D bike for us.
Yes. Okay, so we have a tremendous story next. Grace Ann Fodchuk is coming on to speak of a very courageous young boy here in Timmins, goes by the name of Owen. And Grace is going to come on to speak about Owen's story, and also that there's something very special that we would like folks help out with for Owen. This young lad he's very brave, and it's a great family. The parents have been big supporters of the show, and when they reached out to come on, it was absolute yes. And we are going to bring Grace on right now. Mark, there we go.
All right.
Hello, Grace.
There she is.
Yes. I almost I did it for a half second when Julia was leaving. Then I popped you. I clicked.
No worries.
We always like to warn our guests, because we had one guest we didn't warn, and they were like bending over to get a pen or something. We're like, oh, sorry about that. But thank you for joining us, Grace, and coming on to speak about Owen. So I believe the best place to start is, to introduce us to Owen and tell us a little bit about what he's been, battling for the majority of his life.
Well, I won't introduce him just yet. He's playing Minecraft, so
yeah.
But Owen he'll be 7 this July, and we found out at 18 weeks gestation that he wasn't a viable pregnancy. He wasn't going to make it. They just sent us to Toronto to get some information, and at that point, it was your child has the worst heart disease case we've ever seen in Canada. He had a heart condition. Well, he still has it. It's called hypoplastic left heart, and he had it with intact atrial septum, which only affects 1% of children with hypoplastic left heart. So in easier terms, it's basically his whole left side of his heart doesn't work, which is the responsible for all the blood supply going to your organs and your extremities. So he didn't have that functioning. And basically they said, your only option is to either, abort the pregnancy, or we just fight. And we opted that we're going to fight until there's nothing left to fight. Mm-hmm. So, he was extremely, extremely active in my womb, probably the most extreme they've ever seen with a child with half a heart. And he hasn't stopped. He had his first heart surgery at 25 weeks gestation in my womb. It made him the youngest child of all of Canada to have this and have it successful. All the rest of the children did not successfully make it through the surgeries. He's had 3 open hearts, 3 stomach surgeries, and an emergency brain surgery. So he's been fighting since before he even entered the world.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What a courageous young man, and a fighter. So how is Owen, and when I mentioned introduce this, to tell Owen's story, and I think that was very beautiful. Where do things stand with Owen at this moment?
Yeah, he's doing really well. His last heart surgery was in September 2019. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to go for his surgery the previous few months prior in March, but he ended up having emergency brain surgery, and that kind of pushed things back. So he went for that with flying colors. And in September 2019, he ended up having his 3rd open heart surgery. And that doesn't fix his heart, but it allows him to be more active and, have more blood flow going to his arms and his legs and to the rest of his body. So Eventually, he'll have to go through a heart transplant. Eventually, his heart will fail, or he will go through liver disease, which he would have to be. He'd have to have a new donor, like a donor for a liver transplant. So, we take every day at a time. Every day is a blessing and a gift, and he wants to be here. He's a survivor, and he fights with everything he has. He has more energy than we can keep up with. So we're very blessed that he's still here and doing really well.
Joanne saying, poor sweetie there. Anne, Owen is a brave and courageous little man. Grace Ann. Also, Anne Moran, prayers for the family.
Yeah, that's great. So I know that we're going, I know the other part of the reason today is that you've organized something very special for Owen. And I know we're going to talk about going to a web page, how you can contribute. And I'm going to just tell folks before you talk, when you refer to the page, I've posted the link right now. And maybe if you could tell us, Grace, about what this is all about and how folks can contribute.
Yeah, so Owen is finally getting his wish from Make-A-Wish in Toronto, Canada. And so his first wish was obviously to go to Disney. I think most all kids' wishes were to go to Disney, but due to COVID, all of that got canceled. So Owen's second wish was to receive a trailer like his grandma's so that he could enjoy going camping. So Make-A-Wish, this has been in the process for actually three years. So we just got word a few months ago that a trailer is going to be on its way, hopefully in the next week or two, which we are super excited about. So yeah, we're just asking everybody, because we can't get together, obviously, with family and friends that live down south to celebrate this big milestone for Owen and for seeing his wish come true, to head to the Strong Owen story. And there is a link there called Video Hugs. And all you have to do is click the link and just submit, a 2-second video just congratulating Owen on this milestone and for getting to see his wish come true. We will, once we get all the videos in, we'll show him on the day that he gets to see his big wish revealed.
That's good. Yes, and I'm reposting it right now on the page, the link that people can go to, and so exactly they can post a short video and make this young man and of course the family have been through tremendous amount. Is your child, so extremely stressful, extremely difficult, beyond words, and it just takes just a couple minutes to make someone smile, do something special for them. So we ask folks, if you have time, click on the link and send them a video message. And I think it's really cool how you have one wish, and the pandemic has it's done a lot of things to a lot of folks. And this is good that you found something that's suitable to replace it. And I think that's really sweet.
A little bit more tangible. Now, if let's say, down the road, COVID, the restrictions, borders reopen, will they revisit and give Owen the chance to go to Disney World? Do they have a backup plan for that?
They won't. So it's only one wish, just because the life expectancy for these children, we just don't know the outcomes, right? Owen's heart could fail at any day or any point in time. There's no indication. It can happen very quickly. So Disney is off the table now, but he's totally fine. He's super excited to go camping all summer. We're going to park it at Wild Exodus, so we're super excited for that.
Excellent.
It's a cool spot. And he's waiting. He doesn't really fully understand what's happening. We haven't given him too much information, but I think, once it happens, he's going to be ecstatic, and seeing all the videos from everybody, that's going to be the cherry on top.
That's right.
Certainly will.
Mom,
I think Jamie and I will put together a nice video piece for Owen. We'll definitely stick that on the page as well. But just amazing to see the outpouring of support for such a rare condition, and seeing keeping some positivity attached during this fight.
Absolutely. So it's all the prayers and our faith in Christ, and just the support from, everyone in Timmins and, our family and stuff down south. It's really carried us through the last 7 years for sure.
Yeah. That's absolutely right, because, speaking with other folks who have been through these difficulties, there's the support for the child in need, of course, that's the topmost importance. And then there's the support for the family too, who have to be, mentally and physically able to care for the kid. And it takes a big toll on a family. So, and have you found that it sounds like you've gotten those supports, Grace? You and your husband, and that's wonderful. You need those surrounding supports behind you.
Absolutely. There's been, as much as it's been a really difficult journey, it's also been a blessing as well. There's been so many families and people that we've met that we would have never met if our circumstances weren't what they are. And, it's brought a whole new perspective, and it really humbles you when you're in this heart community, and you meet so many different people, and, it's really awesome.
And have you found, once again, the last 15 months, we've heard a lot of complaints about our liberties being lost, our healthcare system. But to me, when I hear stories like this, and we had another young little man on, Jade, not too long ago, and Jade's mom talked about the quality of the care and the quality of the healthcare system. It really makes you appreciate what we have here in Canada. Do you have similar experiences about the quality of care you folks have received?
Yeah, most of our care, unfortunately with the North, we don't, it's all sick kids basically. Being here, they don't really have the capacity to help Owen if we were in need. So it would be amazing to see some type of children's hospital closer to the North. But, the care that we have received has been amazing when we do have to go. We have a complex care team set up here in Timmins that works with sick kids. Which is phenomenal. And they're just kind of that gateway if we ever have an issue with his heart or any other, health issues. But yeah, no, if you've never heard of sick kids, if you've never heard of the Ronald McDonald House, I highly encourage everyone to research it, because we never knew about it until, we had Owen, and you walk in that place, you're going to be humbled in 2 seconds, seeing all of those children who are fighting every day, and they still have a smile on their face. So yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing care. Yeah.
That's quite the story. What a brave young man, eh, Mark?
Yeah, brave young man indeed. And again, when you say, even McHappy Days for McDonald's, when they say a portion of your proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House, you're proof in the pudding of where this money goes. Where they say 100% of the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House, it's got to save you a lot of money out of your pocket, because reading up on Owen, he spent the first 8.5 months of his life at sick kids. Bills need to be paid back here. Obviously, you got to tend to Owen in Toronto. That's where priority number one is. Yeah. Without the help of the Ronald McDonald House, how would this have happened? It's you must be just blessed with this. The organization with the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, and with everything with COVID right now, it breaks my heart thinking of families that are being totally they don't know what to do, because Ronald McDonald right now, they're at capacity. They've been at capacity for a very long time. And with COVID, it makes, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks before you even are allowed to get into the house. So we're blessed that we don't have to be there right now, but my heart and prayers go to the families that are there right now, because it's not the same anymore with COVID. There's so many restrictions, and families are not allowed to stay there as long as they normally would. And other than that, though, when there's McDonald's days and stuff, for sure, I encourage everyone to go, because it makes a massive amount of difference. Again, if you've never heard of Ronald McDonald House, go research it, because when we walked through there, we were just sobbing in tears, because it's so amazing.
Now, on a lighter note, I know you did mention that Owen's playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Have mom and dad gotten good at Minecraft? Because I can't figure that. I get the game, but I'm nowhere near as good as these kids.
He's building towers and hospitals and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he's like, play with me, and we're so confused and lost, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is.
Yeah, exactly. And then kids get frustrated. They're mild to get frustrated. Why can't you pick this up, Dad? You said you've been playing video games for 30 years. Well, I have, but I don't know.
Super Mario.
Yeah, of course. Super Mario 3. You can't touch me. But
No, he's a pro at technology. That's a gift for him. Do you want to say hi?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hey, Owen.
Hi, Owen.
He's got the COVID hair.
Yeah.
He needs to tackle a COVID hairdresser in the dark alleys one evening.
Yeah, it's usually my husband and I. That's the COVID hairdressers.
Yeah. Owen a bit shy there. Tell me.
I'm starting to look like
Hey,
Jamie.
there he is.
It's just Jamie and Mark. There he goes. There's the
How you doing?
there.
Good.
How you
Yourself?
doing?
Yeah, we were getting your messages about the link when the show was on, so don't worry
It was
about
panic mode.
it. Don't worry about it. We don't panic on this show. Mark just fly by the cuff of our.
We just slide on the seat of our pants all the time. That's right. If something happens, we just work it into the show.
Yeah, that's right. And then you have is that a little puppy behind you?
That's Millie.
That's our dog Millie.
Oh,
Hi, Millie.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
There we go, Kinsman.
What a loving, beautiful family. It's just amazing.
He's got.
Sorry, he's showing you Godzilla. He's obsessed with Godzilla right now. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I want to be seeing the new one, Godzilla versus Kong. That one was great. Yes.
He's already been there, right?
Yeah. We rushed to the theater. I wonder if Owen likes Marvel characters. Like, I'm a big Iron Man guy. I don't think I've ever.
He hasn't got into that yet. It was Ghostbusters kick for about 3 months, and now it's Godzilla and King Kong.
Okay. Yeah. And Sarah says, I think that's. I think it's quite the story. Once again, an extremely brave young man. A tremendous family. You guys are doing the best with the situation, and I'm so happy to hear. We're so happy to hear that the Make-A-Wish is coming true for Owen,
Yes.
and I'm posting the link once again, just in case folks are tuning in. We'll pin it to the top of the page, and you just need to click on the link, and there's a story about Owen and what you can do to make his wish just extra special, and just create a short video for Owen, and it's all in the description, and I think a lot of people would be very happy to help out and do that.
That's
Well, we
right.
appreciate everyone that helps out for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very welcome.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us and talking to us about Owen and your family's journey, and thoughts and prayers, of course, from us to your family. And please keep us up to date.
Yes.
Anything that we can do to help, we're here for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
All right. Good night, Grace. Good night, guys. Good night, Owen.
Bye. So there we go.
Such a beautiful family there. Again, Owen's story. If you want to follow it on Facebook, the Strong Owen Story, and the Facebook page. And again, the link is on that page. We're going to have the link pinned to our KINZ and KLOMP live Facebook page, which will help you, fulfill the Make-A-Wish and the dream come true for Owen, which is having a trailer and camping for the entire summer at Wild Exodus. So thumbs up to Wild Exodus. That's going to be a fun place for Owen and their family to escape during the summertime. Such an amazing story.
Tremendous young man. Now, speaking of kids, I've had my son standing next to me for 15 minutes. He knows his dad's live and working. So if you have a question for your dad, you got to come on camera and ask it.
I was hearing you when I was playing my games.
You were hearing me working while you're playing. How dare I interrupt your games? Okay.
No, I just came in to listen.
Okay, he came in to listen.
Right.
Like they don't bug you the whole show, the whole day, and then when you're live, they come in.
That's right. Dad, I need this. Dad.
All right, Kinsman. So we have a few other things we wanted to talk about. Do you want to do this Leafs topic again?
The make me laughs. I don't know. We already talked about how terrible they were. Like, honestly, you're up 3-1 in a series. You need to win you just need one of the next three to move on, and they couldn't get it done. And if you look at some of the comments, though, I think they bit themselves and stubbed their toe a bit. There was a post from Mitch Marner, or it was Austin Matthews, on his personal Facebook page stating, this is an easy series. This was up when they were up 3-1 in the series. This is easy. We play the same team over and over again. It's hopefully it gets tougher for the playoffs, and now they're out.
Yeah, Kinsman.
Right.
You wanna have a-
They had a good regular season with Montreal, but it doesn't count in regular season. It counts in the playoffs. And again, Simmons, a similar comment stating, we know who the better team. This is, again, when they were up 3-1, needed one more win to move on to play, Winnipeg, which they're not now. His comment on social media stating, we know who the better team is. Just look at us. We're the greatest team on the ice right now, not last night.
So Chad asks, what did I miss? And I'll tell you right now, Chad, simply, Mark's about to have a breakdown on the show because his Leafs are eliminated, but I'm going to save him because even worse news, Kinsman, you did not win the 50-50 from the hospital either.
No, didn't win the TIDH 50-50 draw. I tell you, one of these days, it's going to be us, picking up the win. But this time around, it was Billy Joe and Mitch and little baby Willa Menard of Timmins. They picked up, are you ready for this? $244,942. And they're going to put some money away for Willa's future education, pay off some bills with the windfall. Amazing. And also amazing.
That's not our Mitch, eh? That's not our Mitch who won?
No, that's Billy Joe and Mitch Menard of Timmins.
Okay. Not our. That's right, because we have to put up a wanted poster for our Mitch at this point, and so I thought maybe he won the TADH 50-50, and we'll never see him again.
We won't see him again, but I should say, because of the draw getting so high again, past the sign this afternoon, it's already over $50,000 for this month's draw. So again, Timmins District 5050.ca. The jackpot even bigger than this month, or last month. We'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah. Janice says, I'm rubbing it in bad to you tonight, Mark. Stop picking on him. Well, I'll tell you something, Janice. Mark created the banners for the show tonight, and he picked the talk about the Leafs. So listen.
I'm going to talk about my Leafs because I was rooting them on. When they're up 3-1, I'm like, yeah, only one more win to go. There's no way they're going to lose in 6 games. There's no way they're going to lose Game 5, Game 6, and Game 7. And yeah, they did. So.
Anti-Hunger Timmins. We love the folks over there. Yes. So,
Anti-Hunger Coalition. They're looking for volunteers. I'm going to read you their Facebook page. They asked us to mention it tonight, so I said yes, we would. Are you passionate about community building? Do you have skills and time to dedicate to the growing and growth of their charity, the Anti-Hunger Coalition in Timmins? Do you want to help shape the future of food security in the city of Timmins? If so, you're asked to submit your deadline or your application by Thursday. So this coming Thursday, go to the Anti-Hunger Coalition Timmins, and you can help out and be a part of an amazing team. My little guy and myself, we delivered the good food boxes a couple weeks back, and again, just an amazing crew. And a great charity to be a part of. And they're, again, looking for some more helpers.
I remember when I was in Thunder Bay, there was something similar to Anti-Hunger Coalition in Thunder Bay. It did the same sort of work. And I applied to be a volunteer, and I didn't get the position. Is there anything worse than being declined to do free work?
They're like, oh, that's that KLOMP guy. He does those wacky videos online. We can't have that guy working for us.
They're like, we'll call you. What do you mean? Like, I'm offering to work for free. So I know the anti-hunger folks I'm in good with, so I could get volunteering with them, but didn't work well in Thunder Bay. Golden Manor. So is this has something to do that they are mostly received both of their vaccines and things are getting
I just wanted to send out a shout out. We're in COVID times, people getting vaccinated, and like it or not, the Golden Manor, they are pretty close to 100% vaccinated. 100% vaccinated are the residents, and the staff are right now 95% vaccinated at the Golden Manor. So I thought I'd give them a shout out tonight, the Golden Manor from KINZ and KLOMP Live.
Mark, your donuts will be in on Thursday. Don't forget. And Joanne. Okay, now hold on. Now,
she didn't buy you donuts.
Like, what is this? No donuts for. It's just KINZ Live, I guess. No donuts.
Well, remember, it was the last Urban Farm and the Krispy Kreme Donut Day, which is coming up again. For you got to place your orders through the Urban Farm. Remember the last time you bought a box and Joanne felt because you snubbed me and didn't give me and my boys a donut. She put an order in for my boys for Thursday. So yeah, she sent me a message the other day stating you need to go to Urban Farm on Thursday, and they've got an order that she's put forth for my boys for the Krispy Kremes. And again, Urban Farm and Krispy Kreme donut campaign. The donuts this week, if you're wondering, are going to the Timmins Humane Society.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the money proceeds are going towards.
All right, Kinsman. Well, you'll get donuts. I'm getting cabbage rolls. Well, thank you very much, Lori. So someone does have my back. Yes. We all have each other's back. And you know me. I will not share with you. I'll say, Jamie, hey, look, I've got the Krispy Kremes. On my way back from picking them up from Urban Farm. I will drop by and you can have one. Is this why? Is this why you added the Urban Farm link tonight?
Yes. Yeah, we're talking about the Urban Farm. And again, place your orders. Yeah. And you can pick them up at the Timmins location. Just contact the Urban Farm, Becky and Steve, to put your Krispy Kreme. Apparently 500 dozen donuts are on order for this Thursday's deliveries.
The problem is, like the show I had those donuts, and I wound up like eating most of them. Then there's sticky hands on my keyboard, on the TV remote, on the fridge. It was worth it, but I'm just saying that was the result.
Yeah, they're good, but they're also sticky. And also wanted to pass along some news. Rosewood Avenue. Remember, we had them on the show. Dave and Sabrina. They are launching some exciting news, and they launched it on their Facebook page today. And I said we would chat about it tonight. Their video submission has been approved in the Boots and Hearts Emerging Artists Showcase contest.
Yeah.
And the voting apparently starts in 5 days from now. And you'll be able to secure Sabrina and Dave a spot in the Canadian country's biggest music opportunity, and one of the biggest country opportunities on the planet, Boots and Hearts, at the Rising Showcase, which is the Emerging Artist Showcase. So just imagine if they get enough votes, which it's all based on votes, Rosewood Avenue could be on the main stage of Boots and Hearts, where the likes of Keith Urban and all the mainstream country artists have played. Rosewood Avenue would add their name to the list when things get back to normal and we're allowed to have concerts again. They are, if you haven't heard Rosewood Avenue, we've had them on the show. They are amazing. Country couple, duo with music, duo in real life. Yeah. Just great music. Where are they from again, Kinsman? It's not far from here. They are from Matheson. Right, Matheson, and tremendously talented in moving up not just the Canadian country music scene, getting some of the American airplay too. So good. Definitely, they're moving up the charts quickly. And again, as they say, you take a bad from COVID and turn it into an album, which they are, Rosewood Avenue. Picking up some votes and followers all around Canada and around the world. And I should say they're originally from Matheson, but they reside right now in Iroquois Falls. So. Oh, they made the big leap. The big leap to the falls, yes. Yeah, that's right. I know. And Benji Poppin saying, vote for Rosewood Avenue. Absolutely, just a tremendous talent. It's like, the other day someone said they're from Foleyet. I'm like, there are people still live in Foleyet? Is that true? I don't know, maybe. So I've driven through Foleyet. I don't know. Did I stop there for gas? You have to take a left off the highway. The small communities. It's amazing. When you do drive through the smaller communities, it's almost you find better hospitality in the smaller communities. Because I can remember when I went back, my first radio job. I drove from Ajax to Winnipeg, and I stopped it was somewhere just outside of was it White River or no, that's Nipigon. Yeah, okay. So between Nipigon and Thunder Bay, I do because it was called like the White Fang Motel. Terrified. It's like midnight. It's foggy. I had to pull over. I pull up to this place, and it was probably the nicest hotels I've ever stayed at. It was like a bed and breakfast. I rang the doorbell. I'm like, is someone going to answer? You're expecting, Freddy Krueger or, Friday the 13th or, coming to the door. But no, it was a nice little old lady. And she says, oh, you need a room? Perfect. She went right, puts her house coat on, went and grabbed me fresh linens, fresh towels, fresh everything. They had a continental breakfast in the morning. It was You know, sometimes, as they say, you don't bypass the smaller places because the smaller places are actually 10 times better than the bigger places.
And then you woke up and you had no liver because they cut it out.
That's right. I'm in a bathtub with ice. You need to call this number in 90 seconds.
That's right. So I have 2 splash pad updates.
Okay.
One is the south end, thanks to Joanne. No donuts for me, but I'm still going to mention this because Joanne was nice to give us picture updates. So the splash pad in South Porcupine is being rejuvenated, getting a facelift, being expanded.
Okay.
Whatever term you like. So the work is currently going on, and I believe in July that's going to be full operations. But the one over here in Timmins, correct, is open for business, right?
Open for business, yes. The little ones were hanging around on the splash pad, and again, a good way to beat the summer heat. Looking ahead at the next 7 days, we're into the mid to high 20s. And the low 30s and mid 30s into next week. So perfect timing if you're trying to beat the heat and trying to save some sanity in COVID times. It's the Hollinger Splash Pad. It's going to be a popular place, along with Brain Freeze from Julia Lemire.
Just, you know, we like to drink the full beard, you know, the 705s.
Yeah.
You don't bring those to the splash pad, though. You save that for after the splash pad.
That's right. Yeah, if you're probably frowned upon if you do that.
Yeah, you enjoy your full beard at home, and hopefully at full beard soon.
Right.
Patio. The first round's on you on the patio when they open up, Kinsman. Deal?
Here we go. That's for snubbing you on the Krispy Kreme from Joanna.
Yeah, that's right. Good. I'll be like,
I'll buy the first round with your credit card.
Yeah, I'll take 14 beers, Benji. First round's on Kinsman.
But I have one last note.
Yeah.
You just popped it up. You're look at that. Great minds think alike. Vanessa Landers. You had her. We had her on the show a few shows ago. Follow My Journey, Team V Strong, and she was battling. You know, she needs to get to a certain weight before they can do surgeries on her, and she's just posted an update today. She's in hospital. Little extra positive vibes tonight for this gal, she says. Yeah. It's been a rough day. She's got a feeding tube, which gave her a hard time for installing. But now, but how's all in? It's all in and good to go. She's going to have this feeding tube in for 5 to 6 weeks in order to get to a proper weight before they can even, you know, attempt surgery on poor Vanessa. So follow My Journey, Team V Strong. Again, if you want to help her out, she does have a GoFundMe page on there. So we're just sending some good vibes from a really good friend, Vanessa Landers, on the show tonight as she continues her battle. You know, you see her on the show, but, you know, a lot of people, you know, they don't see that, you know, the battle is every day. And for Vanessa, for the next 5 to 6 weeks, if you see the pictures on the Follow My Journey, Team V Strong Facebook page, feeding tube is in there. And again, she's not looking, you know, too cheery. So if you want to, you know, send her some cheer, go to the Facebook page and send her some messages tonight.
Yeah, 1,000%. Our well wishes and thoughts go with Vanessa. It's really, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. Of course, once again, our news is dominated with COVID, and it's been a tragedy in a lot of cases. We've lost lives. People become tremendously sick. But then we sort of forget about the other things in life where people have other illnesses, you know, the story like Owen, the story like Vanessa, and life is still going on for these folks, right, who've been battling these travesties for many years. So,
well, even little baby Jade on the show a few episodes ago, you know, people wondering, you know, you're not, as I always see the problem, there's a post out there that says, yeah, you know, I'm not a big fan of the mask, but I wear the mask because of, you know, it's families like Vanessa's. It's, you know, the Owens out there. It's the baby Jades who have a compromised immune system already. That's why we're wearing that mask. When people say, I don't want to wear a mask, you know, quit being selfish, put the mask on. There's other people out there. You got to care for the other people. And that's exactly what we need to do.
Yeah. So Benji's on the record of knowing that you're buying the first round for me. So that's certified.
There you go. Benji's got the proof. Benji, you shouldn't have posted that.
Yeah. And Joanne has an update. Splash Pad has hot guys, ladies. So I can't verify that fact.
Yeah,
But
Joanne out there scoping the eye candy.
yeah. And
Again,
Lori's right. Be thankful for the life we have.
That's right.
And, Joanne's another story also, lost her mom during COVID, where, you can't at all or very limitedly get together with your families and have a celebration of life. And
funerals are on back order right now. You can't. There's a backlog because you can't get gatherings. People are putting off these celebrations of life where you would normally have them in a normal society or normal day, but with COVID, it's throwing wrenches into the spokes everywhere. And again, you need to think outside the box, and it's not just I'm not going to wear a mask today, or why am I wearing this to go into the mall? You just gotta
Here's Chad responding to Joanne's comments about the hot guys.
Of course they're hot. That's why they're at the splash pad.
It's a pretty good one, actually. I like that one. And okay, so on Thursday, I think we're at the end here, Kinsman. I almost called you Kissman. Kinsman. We have Terry Goodtime Lemaire on the show. So if we don't, Terry has a big fight coming up.
He does, June the 26th, and you had a chat with him briefly at Hollinger, one of your laps of Hollinger. He's got quite the story to tell because he has to get to a certain fighting weight before June 26th. And you just telling me this, I don't know how the poor guy can do it. I don't even know if there's any more weight that he can lose on Terry's body.
Yeah, he's burning.
Where is it? Where's he losing it?
Yeah, he says I got to burn this fat. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Gonna chop a leg off or something for
the guy's a great
fight.
Yeah, so he's burning like 5,000 calories a day right now. It's insane to get ready for his fight, but it is a bantamweight championship match.
Yeah,
big title opportunity for Terry in Ohio at the end of June. So we're gonna have him on the show and
see how he's doing with the preparations. He's putting it out on his Facebook page. It's it's the good old fighting tactics, right? If you go to the other guy's page, he says the championship staying in the U.S., where Terry, that championship banner and the belt is coming through to Canada across the border, and of course right here at Timmins. So we're going to hear from Terry and see where his mindset is. I'm curious to see what he's eating during. I know you want to lose weight, but you still need to eat, to keep his muscle mass. So it'd be interesting to chat with him on Thursday.
I'll give you a hint. It's not the Krispy Kreme donuts. He's not
taking one of the Krispy Kremes.
No,
that we're getting on Thursday. No, maybe on one of his cheat days, but not during his training days.
All right, there we go, Kinsman. 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 26 seconds.
That's it.
Someone told you today we should do the show longer, like 4 hours
longer. It's already long enough. So I did the math because. People remember me and recognize me from my radio days, all my life, 23 plus years of radio, 10 here in the city of Timmins. If you break down our talk time for this show, which is, let's use an hour. Okay. So we've been at this now 6 months and we've averaged 125 hours. That's 125 shows at roughly an hour per show. Now, if you break that down to, my old radio times in the morning, if you just took the talk breaks, I talked for about 12 to 14 minutes. So do the math there. In a 60-minute hour, 14 minutes is almost in an hour of our show is the equivalent of about four radio shows. So I think we're long enough. Someone said, yeah, you need to go for 2 or 3 hours. Well, I don't think we'd have enough breath in the lungs to keep going for that long. Right?
I don't know. We may get there one day, my friend.
One day, maybe Terry's will take us past past the 1 hour mark. I'm guaranteed. But an hour's long enough. That's a long time. That's we just did the equivalent of a 4-day morning show week if you just took the talk breaks on my old radio stand here in the city. So.
And you never gave anyone the weather update.
No. I don't give the weather update. Everybody's got the apps now. You know what the weather is. Just look outside. If Jody is watching, Jody is going to be going, yeah, you just look out the window. If you ever see a weather post, you just follow Jody Bishop on Facebook, and that's you know exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah, I love Jody. All right, Kinsman, I will let you go for happy anniversary. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's our 6-month anniversary today. So that's exciting stuff. We had the certificates from the mayor, which we posted that video earlier. Which we're going to fight. Who's going to hang on to it? You or me? I'm thinking it's fair because I've got the Nova hammer here. You can have the certificate.
You know, it's
our grand opening.
You know, it's funny. Me and you, right? Some things we've missed the boat on when it comes to, I guess, manliness. And I said can I borrow a hammer to put up a painting at my house? And you're like, the only hammer I got is the one we got from the Novas, a decorative hammer.
As if I'm going to take the decorative hammer and hand it to you.
The only one we own.
Got tools somewhere. I've got it. Just ask me where the hammer is. In the back of the trunk. I don't know. Is it in the shed somewhere? But definitely not using the Nova hammer for it.
You guys need to break the Guinness record. Yes, it's we've looked into that before. That's it's huge, and it's going to be sunny tomorrow. So there you go.
There you go, Janice. If you need to know the weather, just ask Janice online.
Or tomorrow's going to be thunderstorms. So we got one or two opinions here.
It's two different apps. It's the one app I use is completely different from, Environment Canada in Toronto.
All right, my friend. I bow to you. Happy 6-month anniversary.
Yes. Happy 6 months. And again, we can't thank our sponsors enough. If it's not for our sponsors, for our amazing guests, this show just doesn't happen. So again, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. From show 1 to, hour 126 now, I think it is, as we're tiptoeing into the 6 months. Mm-hmm. We've hit the half a year mark with KINZ and KLOMP Live. Absolutely loving what we do. And we're continuing to grow, and, we keep growing every single day. And it's, thanks to our amazing viewers, our guests, and again, the sponsors. We can't do this without anybody. It's a big team effort here.
And I'll close it out by saying, not every day and every show could be perfect, but just like the Leafs, we always say, we'll get them next time.
That's right.